This is going to be a good match. We've got Kevin West and Brandon Shuff, and Kevin I didn't know that much about, but now I've seen his game because he's at least an A player.
real top flight match in store for us now. Kevin West is back from Salisbury, Maryland. He's a former champion of this event, as is Brandon Shuff. They've both won this Bob Stock Memorial Tournament here at First Break Cafe.
All right.
Kevin and Brandon are both sponsored by Lights Out Apparel. Jake Lawson, the last gentleman we saw playing at the table, owns that particular company and has some great apparel of all types. He'll design whatever you want for. This is the USA. You can get exactly what you want.
I'm a little surprised. I thought he was going to jump that ball in, but it looks like he's kicking. Yeah, he is. Oof. There was a little
Brandon
danger.
Shuff plays out of Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia. He kicks it and scratches. Kevin has ball in hand. I've known Kevin since he was a real young man, starting to play one of these tours in the early 90s. We've played several times. I've got a couple wins against him, and he had a couple wins against me over the years, playing on different regional tours. This First Break Cafe in Sterling, Virginia, along Virginia 7, Leesburg Pike. Beautiful diamond tables, with the Simonis 860 blue tournament cloth and Aramith balls on the diamond tables. All those are sponsors of the Action Tour. World events are played on equipment just like this. So looks like Kevin might have a cut on this 3 where that 9 ball is going to maybe do a little pirouette.
Didn't get either one, but he didn't sell out either.
He might have sold out the kick combination, the 3-8, coming off that side rail.
Yeah, that's true.
Brandon, I guess it is an wired because you looked at it maybe.
I've also seen him, and this
I don't know
sounds
if it
nuts,
could beat the
full
kiss.
table bank this 3-ball. It's an amazing cross bank that I've seen him do before. But
that's going to
he
be.
He didn't do that.
That's real pedestrian for Brandon. Kevin's very fortunate. He's got some red paint there, I believe. And he could go way up behind the 5 or the 4 ball, whatever ball that is, way up table.
It's tough to not crash into anything, though, if you do that. He got a little way with it.
It turned out great for him.
Brandon just miscued. Ouch. Oof. I guess he was loading that up with quite a bit of side. Everybody's got their own favorite way of kicking. Some people like to use a lot of running English, and some people like to use just a smidge, and some people try to hit it with a dead ball. It's funny, even from here, it's still kind of like a little touchy. He's got to play the 4 in the side, I think.
Maybe playing for the 4 in the side pocket.
Yeah, like that.
That's a reasonable guess.
And if it's me, I want to roll all the way to the side rail if the angle is there to do that, because then you can carry around the table naturally for the 6.
Might
Whereas
roll
if
right
you're
to
flat
the
on the
rail.
5, you got to work to get on the 6 a little, like control the angle. It's not as natural. So yeah, I like what he's done here. It's just plain
This
old
is
high left, and
perfect.
you'll
He's
fall into
got-
6 automatically.
He'll hit middle diamond, other side of the table, side rail, should be trundle right into the 6.
Oh, that's gonna slow down. He hit it with some pace.
Went off in his hand.
Oof. Perfect 50-yard line shot. You can do side or corner here, but he's doing corner.
I like it. He's still all right. He's going to have to put lots and lots and lots of inside. Oh,
Now it's the
the
side,
side
huh?
pocket. Yeah, I guess he is.
Well, he just saw it well.
He's
I
got
guess.
a good shot in the side.
Well, he's got another 50-yard liner, kind of.
He's got enough angle.
Almost the
to
same
get
shot, but
3
he's got to
rails
have more
here
pace.
and get to the 8 in the lower left pocket on the screen.
Very straight shooter.
Lovely hit. Very, very nicely played.
Well, that's how you want to start out. You got to
A good
Brandon
shoot
at
from
bay.
Kevin West. He takes a 1-0 lead in this encounter. We drew 32 regional players. Kevin West, I believe, is considered a semi-professional. And Brandon, of course, has been a touring pro for years. And
he's a member of a Moscone Cup team, so there's no way he could be anything but a pro at that point.
Brandon is he's a I sure, it's at some point these guys were going to meet in this tournament, but this is real soon, so that losers bracket might be a tough neighborhood. The 9 spots in that particular spot.
No. Yeah, he slotted the wing ball and the 9, and
But he's still legit at the table. He's going to probably end up playing a safety.
yeah, I think he's
behind
got
the
a pretty good
deuce.
opportunity to put the cue ball behind the 2 or the 1 ball. It's got a dealer's choice. That may not have worked out.
Questionable.
It's not easy, though.
I don't know. I might have tried to go to the rail and go behind the 2, but it was his shot. It wasn't mine. He's playing good too. He got by a real tough match against the gritty Paul Helms 9-8 in his first match, and Brandon actually got to play his student. Brandon is a very knowledgeable player.
So that was a very, very nice effort. He realized that trying to shoot straight into the pocket when you're dead straight and jacked up was a low percentage shot with a chance to
We
scratch.
got
So he
Chris
played a
Bruner up here
kick
from
save.
Richmond, Tom Zippler here from Harford County, Maryland. That's a good stroke from Kevin.
I like what he's doing here. He's switching to
2
his left
rails
hand.
to
He
the
looks
3
very
on the
confident and
side
comfortable
should
with
be-
it, like he's born playing that way.
Duck soup. I ordered a bowl of that soup. I can't help myself. I'm powerless.
Oh, I just realized he is left-handed.
Boy, that girl has a
All
potty
right.
mouth. How devoid of intellect that is. Profanity. That's perfect there. Kevin is going to have just a little natural to the 6. Ideal. He's getting his line of sight here, folks. He just doesn't want to make sure his ball goes forward where he's got to head away from the 9 after he makes the 7 in the side. He's just going to stay down and make his ball. That's as good as you can do. He'll just come off the rail and
he's got a good pace.
outstanding.
He seems very warmed up
Kevin
right
takes
now.
a 2-0 lead over Mr. Shuff.
Brandon has a very solid 9-ball break. His cue ball tends to just squat there, and we're looking to see the 8 in the corner pocket if he hits it right. And we do. I see he's kind of switched to a cut
Brandon
break.
soft broke those balls, and the deuces, he might have to play a carom on the 2.
Yeah, that actually lies well for that. He could cut
He's
it
got
in
good,
maybe, but then
looks
he's
like
going
good
around the
carom
world.
on the 2, and he should fall right on the 1 with the carom. That's my guess. That's what I think he's going to do. But Brandon is a highly skilled professional player, and he might do any number of different things. This ball might go, too.
Yeah, he decided to just cut it in and take his chances.
Quoth the Jorge, never mind.
He's got a good demeanor. He's like thin on the 2, and a lot of players would make kind of a face there, but he looks like it's exactly what he wants.
This cue ball might get away from him a little bit. He's going to have to hold the left side of that table, and it's a fast angle, and he's reaching.
I think he hit it a little chunky because he was worried about what you're talking about. If he hits it so thin that, his cue ball might fly around the table if he hits it too thin. So he tried to chunk it in there a little bit with a full hit. This is lying
Because if
well
he goes
Kevin.
too far, he gets wrapped up into the 9, and he got a little wrong on the 2. That's ideal there.
Yep, just reachable.
Except that he's gonna have to draw it, and he might catch a piece of the 6. No, he's going around it.
He went around. I'm a little surprised. I thought you could inside it, but
Oh,
never
is
mind.
that,
He hit that
is
great.
that perfect? Play the 5 in the same pocket, I believe.
Well, that's what he wanted. He was a little
Yep.
straight, but he's okay.
This is the money ball. This is the mozzarella ball.
Yeah, if you make this, you're out for sure. It's hard to get bad on the 6 from here because it's kind of a natural top or high left or however you want to play it,
Oh no!
Oh, we put the monster jinx on it by saying that.
The announcer's curse. Well, I know that was like 3 hours worth of lessons in themselves playing balls out of pockets, Matt. When you play good players, they don't miss them by a diamond. They're inside the pocket generally, and they leave shots in the pockets when they miss.
Brandon maybe got a little too cute with that position. It was so perfect, but he's got
Except we're
stretch.
disposed of that varlet over there on table 7.
Taking no chances on that shape. It's just a straightforward shot. And he shoots pretty quick, but I noticed he took just maybe a half
Shuff
second longer on that ball.
is back 2-1 now, and still trails West on the break. West has a great break shot, one of the better break shots I've seen on these regional tours that over the years. He breaks them about as good as any of the pros do on the pro tour. Watch him break these balls. He has just about perfect form. Breaks a little bit out from the rail too.
Yeah, he likes to plant his hand on the bed. I always plant it on the table, but
Watch him now. Watch him.
Oh.
He's going in the hole. I put it on him.
He back cut a little bit and still made a ball, but
Announcer's curse.
unfortunately made the other ball too. Well, these are lined nice for a run out by Brandon. The 8 is the only thing that makes it a little funny, getting on the 3 from the 2, but after you deal with that, you're fine.
Shuff.
Yeah, he would have loved to have been dead straight on this too, so he could just stop there. Now he's got to go up and down to make sure he doesn't flirt with the 8 ball. Pretty nice. Does it look like it's going to crash into the 8 after he hits this ball?
It might. He might be hitting like a jump popper.
Oh, no, he was able to miss it. Okay.
He had to actually elevate that ball a little bit and hit a little jump hopper with the right hand English to beat the kiss. He let the face of the ball release that shot.
Gotcha.
Real good shot.
Well, he dealt with the biggest problem now, and I think he's probably out. He still could, in theory, be stuck on the rail here if he doesn't pound it or hit it very carefully. He's looking to see if he were on the rail, could he just hit this ball with like top or
He'll
top
come
outside?
off the rail about 1 ball here, I believe.
He cheated it the other way. We thought he was going to overcut it a little bit deliberately and pound it.
I'd have a heart attack watching that one from the bleachers if I was sweating that action.
Right? See that ball rattle 3 times on a diamond. It's supposed to be dead meat, but it came in.
Parallel with the ball. He'll be about parallel.
And you notice he didn't try to feather it. He made sure to get the second rail so he get a good stroke on it.
He'll play this just a little high right of center and just come back to the first time and
well struck. He made sure that even if it was tracking towards the corner, it had no way to reach the corner with the speed he hit it.
Well played.
All right, we got a tie ball game.
Fuck. Just.
All right, so last time he cut it, let's see if that's something he's trying to do every time. That looked like he maybe
Another
was trying to draw
soft
straight
break.
back.
And
Yeah, it's very soft. Some tournaments, they have rules about trying to prevent that with like a 3-point rule, but I personally think for a regional event, it's fine, you know.
this shot here is a curious one here, Matt. This one, he's justified going in either direction with this ball.
Yeah.
He might. Yeah, this is the natural way. The other way, he can twirl the pearl.
This ball is awkward enough that he may not
That's real
like
awkward.
cutting it in either pocket. He could even safe if he wanted. He could like draw behind the 7 a little bit.
I liked his first look the natural way with the high left ball and just cheating the pocket, or he might play safe.
He's doing the razor thin cut, I think.
Yeah.
He tried
Oh,
something.
what a shot!
It's gonna work.
That's it. That was just pure right there.
Yeah. This one you can strike with a draw drag kind of stroke. Just like that. You saw that cue ball turn over and die at the last minute. It looks pretty.
Might not like his angle that much. I think he's all right.
He kind of shook his head. I don't know if he can hit with high right. That'd be ideal. It'd be closer to like a stud right English almost. But now he had to twirl out of there. Wow, look at the speed control though. Beautiful.
Perfect. Very nice.
And this is almost all stop shots. He'll have to do something to get from the 7 to the 9. That's about it.
He isn't happy with that. He's got a little wrong on this ball. He might have to just play it right back to where his cue ball is.
Oh, I hate this.
Get a little
learn to
straighter
switch
on the
hands.
7.
Ugh.
He isn't built for this shot.
We hit it fine, but I hate
He's
that
going to
shot.
come one rail and play for the 9 in the lower right. But he'll be on the mid diamond. No, that's short.
Yeah, it hurts. I don't think that was the angle he wanted, even
This is
though
a
that angle
tough little
worked out.
shot here. It's because the ball's on the point. Usually they hit this ball fat. Oh, that was hit perfect. Real well struck ball. Kevin takes a 3-2 lead over Brandon here in a real good matchup of a couple of former Bob Stock Memorial champions here at the First Break Cafe in Sterling, Virginia. George Hammerbacher and Matt Kravitz, aka Credo, in the booth, and we've witnessed some good matches over our times in the booth together, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Do you see anyone that you like in this match?
Well, I still like Brandon, even though he's trailing a little bit. I just feel like once he gets warmed up, he starts becoming real unstoppable, and he clearly has the breakdown. That's the one thing that might slow him down is if he can't make a ball in the break, but he's not having that problem today. So he'll stop missing these balls, and then he'll be
Kevin hit them
unbeatable.
soft that time for whatever reason. He scratched on his last break. And Brandon has a push out.
Where would you push?
He's gonna look in the. He might push down near the 5.
Okay. Almost don't hate leaving it on the foot rail, very close to the right corner pocket from our diagram.
The 4 ball anyway, not the 5. The one that's hooked up with the 7.
I don't think you could see that even if you wanted it. Some pros will push to a jump shot here and dare the other guy to pass it back and then drill that jump. All right, he ended up with kind of the leave that I was thinking of, which is that very bottom right, because it's an awkward cut and an awkward leave, and if you freeze to the rail, then you can't really control the leave very well. But he left it off the rail enough that Kevin could draw if he wanted, or play a better safety than he would otherwise.
You can't give it back to him. He's got to try to draw it behind the 2. And drawing the ball from that bridge.
Oh, it's like the snooker safety. I like it. Well struck.
One rail and back, kick and stick.
Oh. How about kick and drill it? Pretty good. Got a thin cut on the 2, but the 3's kind of out in the open where almost any leave should work.
He's gonna have the high plains twister on this 2 ball. He's gonna have more left English than you ever imagined. I believe.
Yeah, he's looking to go between the 6 and the side pocket, right? Is he looking to send the cue ball kind of past the 6 and just above the side?
Yeah.
It's a little touchy. I feel like you have to be careful not to scratch and be careful not to run into the 6, which you could only do if you really spun the crap out of it. I almost kind of like crashing into the 6,
he
honestly.
might catch a 6. No.
Oh wow, yeah, he was never gonna hit that 6 from that angle. It looks like. Okay.
I think he got there. Looks like he got there.
So this 4-7 looks easy on the monitor, but I feel like it's something you got to be a little careful on your leave, which is why he made that much effort to get on this short side apparently, or else he was just trying to get closer to the combo.
Karam 4-7, 4 hang right near that bottom right corner pocket. It's looks fairly cut and dried from me. He's going to play the Karam and
I like the Karam. Yeah.
4, yeah.
Your 4 will be straight in after the Karam, and the only problem is if you're straight in and
he'll
on the
have
rail.
just the right shot. Here he goes. He's trying to calculate the speed of the 4 ball right now. Brandon's especially good. He has such a great touch.
Yeah, if you hit this carom right, I feel like the 4 will practically be hanging in the pocket afterwards because it's almost like the natural cut towards the pocket will make the carom also.
Oh, he's playing a combo.
He's comboing after all. He didn't like something about it. Well, he made that combo look real easy, but I don't think it was as easy as
Play the
it
5 in
indicated.
the same pocket. Come, go. Just have a 2 rail path into this 5 to the 6.
Speed is so nice.
1
on
rail
that.
path.
Oh.
Look, you don't even have to go near the 9. What a great shot. His natural just going right at the 6. Just routine. Maybe a little short. Got him stretching, being out of line slightly.
A little bit, yeah.
That's about all.
However, he hit that like he said it 25,000 times, which he probably has. Nice out.
3 apiece.
There you go.
Action Tour is also sponsored by Grant Wylie Photography. And also Brown Mechanical. East Coast Landscaping. Diamond Billiards, Midlothian, Virginia. Q Master Q Club in Virginia Beach. Our next event, the 5th in May, is going to be back at Q Master for a 10-ball event.
Meanwhile, Brandon's soft break, the wing ball failed him, but another one trickled in.
Brandon's in real good shape here. He just has to come to about the middle of the table.
Yeah, that's the thing. The 2 ball, some people might try to get cute and draw like all the way back and then zigzag 2 rails. You don't need to do that. Just center the table, and it's very pocketable.
Ideal. As long as he held that center line of the table, he was play a little high left English. He has to avoid hitting the 7.
Hits that ball so accurately. That's beautiful.
Which he did.
That's a ball where if
he's
you
going to go past
slightly cut it, you know, you can go
Yeah.
anywhere with the cue ball if you cut it too much or too little.
He's got a shot here. It looks like he's gonna have to nip draw the ball to play the 4 in lower right corner on your screen.
May have over nipped that draw. Oof.
Made a mistake.
It's too bad. That was perfect from there. He made sure to put plenty of mustard on that ball to give himself a chance to get some kind of roll, but it just didn't work out.
Good opportunity for Kevin to get back on top again.
Kevin did what is possibly
got
the
to
strongest
hurry
move
or
in the
slow
tournament
up.
ever, which is get back up when he decided he didn't like the original idea. Something players can learn
Well,
from.
Kevin's got to cut the room rent. The room rent's due. He's got to stay down and stroke this ball cleanly.
Well struck.
Which he did. He hit it delightfully. Almost got to think of the corner. High right and bring it in against the grain.
That'll do.
That's
That'll
good
do nicely.
shot.
Nice speed on that. Straight on the 9. Nowhere near the rail. Very nice.
Very nice. 4 games to 3. Brandon got a little bit of a tough roll in on top of the 6. Tough match.
Yeah, I like the way he played it. Just the speed was just a little off, and he could have stood to draw it backwards another inch. He couldn't get hooked,
Right. Took it all out of play. Let's see if he goes back to the hard break. Nah, he soft broke him again.
Yeah, he cut it in soft break, but I don't know why he had great success earlier with the square break.
He scratched once and got cold feet.
Oof. That's evil. Brandon just put this cue ball in the isolation chamber. It's under strict quarantine, no contact with the one allowed. He's looking for a 2-rail kick here.
I don't think Kevin's going to hit this ball. He might.
Yeah.
2 rails.
2 rails is viable, but boy, it's not even easy to reach, much less hit. Switch hands.
Plus, he isn't built for it. He's coming in front of it on that line.
It's hard because people think they're going to clear the 6 when they do that 2-railer, but then they clip the edge of the 6 anyway as they escape the first rail. It's just not there.
He can't jump it, I don't think.
He's looking at a Z kick, maybe? Like an Efren-style Z kick?
Try
Nice
3 rails
effort.
behind it. That's good play.
Yeah. Brandon put that ball in maximum security prison. That ball was going nowhere. I don't like leaving it treetop with ball in hand, but I'm sure he'll be fine. So we'd like to stun across the table to the right and leave the cue ball about even with the second diamond, I think. That would leave a nice haggle on the 3 to get to the 4. Yeah. Maybe a little flatter than he wanted, but I think he'll make it work.
I guess the 5 to the lower right corner is the play, I think. Oh.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like he got a little unfortunate to fall so straight on the 3 that he had to just settle for drawing back and playing the 4 from some distance. I think that little extra bit of distance made that shot missable. Kevin can do this a couple ways, but I think he's going to go high inside and 3 rails. Like that. Nice speed.
That's ideal there.
Oh, maybe a couple inches past
that's,
ideal, but he
that's
can reach it
2
at
rails
least.
right to Fat City there. With a little bit of high left ball.
Yeah, that was nicely struck.
Fat City. Might go for the side. No. He's on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I think he could just hold it 1 rail and position on the 8 is okay, but he's kind of seeing what kind of angle he'd have if he just trickled this in at a comfortable speed. And I think any angle you get on the 8 is going to be okay from here. No, he didn't want to do no trickling. He decided he was going to zigzag. And he got pretty close to the angle that he initially chose, but I'm going to say it's a little thinner, and it's unfortunate that the 9 kind of is going to hamper his bridging. Not what you'd call tree-topped, but maybe not bridging quite as comfortably as he'd like. Oh.
5-3, Kevin West.
Nice shot. Last time I thought Brandon had a great chance to break and run, and I don't think he's broken dry yet, so he's breaking fine. He just needs to keep doing what he's been doing and just be careful with his cue ball. Yeah, soft break once again. Parking that 1 ball up table.
Looks like the sweeping high left 2 rail shape to the 2 in the lower left corner.
I think he's got it in the back left. Or yeah. You can kind of stun out of here or go forward if he wants, either one.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's pretty close to ideal. If he has an angle where he runs into the 7, he might still be able to just brush the lower half of the 7 and drift downhill for the 4
He's
anyway.
following this ball good.
Oh, yeah, he was never a threat to touch that 7, it looks like. That's good.
High left 2 rails just past middle.
Yeah, I was thinking that. This ball looks like a little thin for inside and 2 rails because you might leave yourself some distance. You might also be able to draw between the rail and the 5. Maybe that's getting too cute, though. He's definitely cueing high, it looks like. Let's see what he does. Okay. So I think he tried my shot, maybe.
He got away with it.
Got away with it, right? Well struck ball. All right, so he's a little flat. He's going to have to apply just a little force to move this cue ball up and down the table, but getting on the 7 here is pretty easy. Very natural line for the cue ball to take, which is top, maybe a shade of inside. It looks like he's thinking of playing the 8 in the side, so he can come up and down the table 1 rail. He can go around 3 rails even if he wanted. He's got a couple ways he can do it. Or 2 rails, although not sure I love how it turned that out.
Brandon's getting a couple funny rolls here.
One of those fundamental safeties in 9-ball. You just leave the opposite end rails right in the middle of the rail. It's tough to bank the ball or to do a very nice controlled safety from here. Brandon should be a favorite. Yeah, that's kind of all you can do is try your best on this bank, and then maybe you leave it terrible. If it doesn't happen to go,
That's
you leave it thin
as
cut.
good as he could have left it without hiding it almost.
These dart players behind us are having what is called a conniption. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was buttery. Brandon just cut that bank in so smooth
shot.
and slow. Nice recovery from a tough situation. Now, if any of you guys think that pool players have anger management issues, I invite you to watch some dart players for a while. I'm sure the mics aren't close enough to pick it up, but it's there's a lot of bile pouring out right now.
I hope a tractor trailer runs over her tongue. What a witch.
All right, let's see how this break goes. He's been doing a pretty good break. That was soft with apparently a 45 tips of spin. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a break that looks soft and yet went
And he's on the
literally,
2 ball.
like 15 feet.
That break was so ugly it defied description.
Yeah, it was just odd. Yeah, this couldn't be better, though. This 2-ball leads real naturally to the 3. You can go backwards or forwards or stun it straight up. It's just everything's laying pretty well here, except maybe he's got to go on the short side of the 4, but with this angle on the 3, that's automatic.
4 in the same pocket. He's got a natural.
Yeah, drag it a
right
little bit.
between
Hit it
those
maybe
two
with shade of
chalks
left
and-
is all you need. Very nice. The speed is
Perfect.
wonderful on that shot.
I like him playing for the side.
All right, his
9
first only
lower
challenge in the
left
rack,
corner.
huh? A little thin on
just,
this ball. Handles it well, just coming around naturally with some outside. Speed's been very good on every shot. You know, that he just fell a little short on that
Good
side
shooting
pocket
from
ball, but
Kevin
otherwise
West.
perfect.
He gets a good roll. He hits a cut break soft, and the cue ball runs 15 feet into just dead position on the 2. That's as good as it gets. Kevin takes a 6-4 lead in this winner's side match here, race to 9. The Action Pool Tour features a lot of good things, a lot of camaraderie between the players. There are 5 different grades of players in these events, all the way from professional like Brandon Shuff, semi-pro like Kevin West, to advanced, which are better than average players, and then intermediates, which are your better league players, and then novices who are out for the experience. Here's a huge opportunity here for Kevin. He's got ball in hand and a very, very respectable looking layout.
Yeah, the 4 to the 5 I think is the trickiest one because you got to make sure you don't have any kind of angle where you might crash into the 8 or the 9. But if you're careful on the 4, you're good.
Get to the 4 ball where he's headed back up table.
So just looking to zigzag here and just play it kind of conservatively, not try to get too close to the ball.
Oh, that's too far.
Yeah, he hit that little crisp.
That's not bad. The good
I think
part
he's
about
gonna jack up
this
a
is he
draw.
can draw
Yeah.
from that spot because he's coming maybe through that pocket rather than being jacked on the cushion. Depends on his angle. No, he's got to pop it. Go between the 6-7.
Oh, he put a beautiful stroke on that
That
ball.
was tender.
What he did there was not easy. And that was the tough ball in the rack. I think the rest of them were laying where it's tough for him to not get out.
Here,
I suppose you could get
6
that
on
on
the
6
right
played from the side, huh?
we better get past it.
That was very cute by
He had
accident.
all that room past it, Matt.
Yeah.
And he's short on the ball. Might still make it, but the cue ball's going berserko. Yep. Now he's going to have to make a ball. Before he was just flat out stone cold out. Now he's got to sing for his supper.
It's important to let go of
Looks
that
like this
last
guy
shot
on the-
just
on the
before you make this ball.
jukebox.
You know? Don't think about crashing into any balls or whatever happened a couple minutes ago.
No,
Oh, he hit that awful.
That
I
was
think he was
just-
still a little annoyed with himself when he
that
hit that
was
ball.
that hit that ball so ugly it defied description.
Yeah. It was like a diamond south of pocket. Maybe it skidded. I don't know. But that was not his best shot.
I don't think that ball goes past the 8. It looks tight.
Yeah, the fact that Brandon didn't just jump right up and shoot it makes me think it must be tight past the 8. He's looking to see how thin he'll be if he just settles on kind of like a soft draw shot, I think, which is maybe the way you want to hit that ball if it barely is half a pocket. He may have an okay safety where he can roll forward and lob the cue ball, lock it on the 8, and just let the 7 hit the foot rail if he doesn't like the shot. But I don't see him passing up a makeable ball. Well, nobody's going to accuse him of rushing it.
He might be having to play safe here.
He played that lock on the 8 safety. He played off the rail. Oh, that was nice.
Almost a good shot.
I'd say it's pretty close to perfect, though. He got that.
That was only so-so because he gave up the side rail. You see,
Yeah, but I don't know.
Turned too far, so.
That's true. If he had run straight into the 8, he would have taken that away, possibly.
Right. He had to give up he gave up the side rail.
He's got to shoot a tree-topped and offhand, though, so there is that.
He wasn't built for this one either.
Ugh. Yeah, I usually try to avoid using the bridge as much as I can, but this may be one where you just got to go ahead and concede that you need the bridge. I tell you, it's not the worst shot in the world to come off a head rail, 2 rails into the back of the 7 because it's a huge ball for that angle. Ooh,
whoa!
Never mind. Never mind. He just drilled it. And got perfect on the 8.
Whoa. Wasn't that something?
Yeah, that was nice. And nobody appreciates that more than Brandon.
He's got to get himself back together and make this ball.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kevin's going to be taking a command, not commanding, but a nice 7-4 lead in this race to 9 with an alternate break. Kevin can hit a good break and get out. Brandon
he's cooked.
Going to have to really go some.
Yeah, he's in some kind of zone right now, Kevin is.
That loser's side might be as tough a neighborhood as any place if he's in that mix. That could be a tough ticket. Kevin is poised to spring the upset. He's back to hitting them hard again. He's got he's got a patented safety here. He's got the perfect 2 railer coming back behind the 2-7 here off this 1.
Yeah, that's where I'd like to send the cue ball, and all I have to do is make sure you don't scratch.
He has absolutely no.
Yeah, he hit that great.
Okay, I'm gonna step away from the mic and
Oh yeah, enjoy it. They make awesome soup here. Whoa.
Electronics and liquid.
Yeah, I told him he could try to like balance it right here if he wanted, but no.
We've already had a few electronic and liquid issues, so I tried to get a little.
I won't even eat cereal in the same room as my camera. We're discussing the perils of having liquid around electronics. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to hop on the other mic since that mic lets me hear myself? Actually, I can hear myself fine. Never mind. Be flying solo here for a little while. Brandon starts with a pretty easy opener here. He's going to go backwards, I believe, and that leaves him a nice angle to fall on the 3 in the side. You could drag this ball with a ton of right spin. I think he needed more than that, though, if he wanted to hold it for the side. He only used a smidge of right. Well, if he's got to cut this to the side, I think it's at least thin enough that he can miss the 7, in which case the position on the 4 is natural. You just fly around the table and get on the 4 in the same hole. Oh, but he couldn't avoid the 7. That's unfortunate. I'll tell you what, Kevin would love to convert this one into an out, because it's almost worse when the other guy had a wide open rack and makes a mistake and then the other guy runs out behind it. It's so demoralizing. It's more effective than if you had simply broken and run on him. All right. All right, and that one is muted currently. Joined in the booth by, remind me of your name.
Oh, Chris Wylie, one of the APT co-owners.
She's our technical advisor as well.
Oh.
And Kevin's been in the zone, and he's going to capitalize here on one of Brandon's rare misses. He's in pretty good shape here. This ball is a little funny. He's got to get the cube on a pass between the 9 and the pocket, I think, unless he wants to draw and just avoid that entirely, which he did. Nice.
Oh, if that were my shot, I wouldn't be arguing with it. It's nice to have both of these former winners come back this year for us.
Yeah, I didn't realize Kevin had won this one before. He's an awesome player. He did that pretty well considering how much he had to stretch there. It's hard to put a good full stroke on a ball when you're stretched across the whole table, but he got there. He's just got to bear down because he's stuck on the rail. It makes it a little tricky. Hit it great.
Nice finish.
He is on the hill already. It's been a very quick match compared to the previous one. And, the odds of Brandon running 5 in a row here with an alternate break format, that's a tall order.
Well, we appreciate you coming out here and helping us out on this commentary.
Oh, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
See how this rack goes.
It's been soft breaking and slotting the wing ball pretty well. If it doesn't go, usually something else does. A little unlucky that you didn't go anywhere useful. Probably safe off the left side of it. Just like that.
Cena made a pretty good kick a few racks ago, so let's see if he can reproduce that here.
Yeah, he drilled that kick. I love that. He got perfect on the 8 and everything. It was beautiful. So he tried for very thin contact there to leave it safe after clipping it, and I like that he tried that, but that's almost getting a little too cute with it.
Yeah, this is my first time up here at First Break. Nice place.
Did you say it's your first time here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a lovely place. And the food is really good for a pool room. I mean,
it is, and so far we've enjoyed our stay.
Good. Yeah, Anthony's really brought up the level 2 here. He installed this huge light above us very recently and set up kind of a pro arena here.
Yeah, I heard it was Saming Cheng.
Yeah, that was a great match. And yeah, for those who were confused about what we're talking about, there was a major kind of battle of the sexes match between the top female professional, a Chinese woman named Chen Ximing, and then one of the high-level male pros, Donnie Mills. And she managed to get him in a very long set. It was actually 2 sets, both races to 21, I believe. All right, Spran's falling a little straight on this ball. He's thinking about whether he can go forward 2 rails for position in the corner. Oh, he didn't have to go 2 rails. Never mind. Kind of 50-yard lined it.
Not my favorite shot, but that's why I'm behind here and not standing at the table right now.
Yeah, even he doesn't have to love this shot. All right, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect to fall on the 9, and so he's going to keep this respectable at a minimum.
There it is.
8-5.
All right.
However, now
See
it
what
is
Kevin
Kevin's
can
break.
do on the break here.
Kevin broke dry only 1 time so far. Taking extra care on this rack because it could win the game for him. It could win the whole set, rather, if he can run out here. Love to slot the wing ball. All right, nice square hit. Wing
Yeah.
ball flew in, and the 1 ball, he's
gonna have a
sit
shot at
pretty.
it.
Wow, with where the 1, 2, 3 are, this is almost over before it starts.
You know, I've seen both these players play other matches before, but I think this is the first time I've seen them myself play each other. They both come down for the U.S. Open when it was in town in Chesapeake and then Norfolk, and that was always fun to catch a lot of the players that are in this region, see how they play.
Yeah, I'm going to miss having the U.S. Open in Virginia, but, you know, we now have this U.S. International Open, which is run almost the exact same way and has most of the same players, so we'll still see locals.
Definitely. And Pat Fleming does run a good show.
Yeah.
Although we've got the original U.S. Open next week in Vegas, I think is the start time.
Yeah, a lot of players are already out there, and, you know, normally I would expect to see some of the squad from Roy's Basement come out here and try their hand at this tournament, but they're out there in Vegas preparing.
Yeah, the title holder from last year, James Arenas, is he won the Barry Berman Memorial last week in Q Master and said he would be out in Vegas this week and wouldn't be able to play in this one today. So we'll wish him well while he's out there.
Yeah, he's a unbelievable player, and every seems like he's getting stronger and stronger. He's still very young.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Kevin has kept firm control of this rack. He's got a nice angle on this ball to fall on the 6 on the side, or he could come across for the corner if he rather, which I guess that's what he likes, yeah. And the speed's great. He
Oh
can
my gosh.
just pop this in and he'll be off the rail. He won't have any problems bridging the 7. Barring some kind of earthquake, he's almost certainly out from here.
Still got to finish it off, though.
Yeah, just draw back, and I think he's going to be reasonably straight on this ball. That's
Pretty
that's fine.
much.
What a set he had. I don't think he's missed more than 2 balls.
Wow. What a match. And there it is.
There's the
Great minds
handshake.
think alike, don't they? Well, Matt, thanks for letting me hang out with you for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you manning our mics for us today.
Yeah, anytime. I try to make it to some of these events. I can't make it to all of them, but when I got a free weekend.
Mention some of our promoters, our promotions here. We got Kamui on board probably this year. We know that Predator's coming back. Just re-signed with Simonis and Aramith for the Action Pool Tour.
All right. Well, that's excellent. Yeah, those are all the top names in pool. Those guys do a lot for pool.
Yeah, we're grateful to have them on board, and we're going to do what we can to make sure they're proud of the promotions that we put out with their name on it. So thank you, Predator. Thank you, Simonis. Thank you, Aramith. Thank you, Kamui. We're grateful to have all you guys on board. We also have a few local. We have a Paul Brown, his Brown's Mechanical LLC, and Chix Cabinets Direct. So check out our website, and there's links to all of those sponsors on our website. So anyway, I'm done. Thanks.
All right.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Well, next up we have Chris Bruder, a very strong local. He's pro, or it depends on how you define pro, but right around Fargo 700-ish, I believe, maybe a little stronger than that. So he's nowhere near the easiest player in this room. And then Steve Flaming plays very strong. He's like a solid A player, and he's been competing in just about every APT event that I've ever come to. He's very tough. He's got a good mental game. He doesn't worry about getting down in the match. All right, we got a little intermission here while those players get themselves ready, and I'm going to hop off, and you'll be rejoined by either me or my partner here momentarily.
Hello.
All right. So in theory, I can now hear